resurgence has been great.
Already, Cutler is boosted up, just going to go for this aggression early on, waiting for the further push, and he finds the first, looking for the second as well, but fades away, takes that man advantage, and just falls back with it. And more further aggression, looking very confident at the moment on CLG, just pushing out, spotted out. It will be Kukwa already taking this long-range battle and actually winning it at the moment, but in the meantime, his teammates are just being lost. That is the bomb at the moment, just left in no man's land. And while it doesn't matter if not 7 wins his duels, the fact is this bomb is still just stuck in the middle of nowhere. This is a ridiculous duel, but Kukwa will eventually take it and just have to try and challenge back versus 3.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how ugly that duel looked. Ricky just occupies that one player for so very long into this round. Nice opening kill by Cutler, and he just falls back, not willing to give up the man advantage. So a 1-on-3, and Kukwa only has 24 HP. So this is going to be a little bit difficult for him, and the range of these USPs is going to be a nightmare. Ethan just pinning him in, waiting for the teammates to come. There is some time on the clock, but shot's not landing, actually. Oh, he wins that one, but there's Cutler. Finally comes in to clean it up. The Rock, the stable player. Not for CLG. He backs away before it burns too much. Cutler peeks this. He's not going to be ready for that player to the right. No, that's an easy. No, it's not.
No, it's not.
He misses. How's that happened? Oh, Cutler gets away with one, and now they've just got to fight their way back, and it's going to be Kusta with 2 with the UMP. Molotov to protect himself again. Big, big mistake from Kukwa.
I don't even know how he managed to do that, but it's now down to his teammate. Shwadapai just left to try and challenge versus, what, 4 players? They picked up a couple of AKs as well, upgrading away from the FAMAS and the SMG that was already in play, and they have full control of the bomb. There should be no way of him getting back into this round.
How's that happen? Everything was set up perfectly to have a nice, easy kill onto Cutler, and just Cutler there, he had to throw a wrench in all the plans. A little bit more passive. Kusta's going to be back in the site. Cutler playing over at the fence. Stables. Pretty quickly, pretty quietly. Here's the thing, if there's any indication, there's a pop flash on Kusta, but it's not being used yet. And there it is, he spots it over the top. He gets 1 kill. Cutler's gonna wrap around, but Forrest shows up out of nowhere to end it.
Ricky just trying to hold the cross as they actually gonna go pushing through. Right next to him, just waiting, and he hasn't actually gone all the way through, but he is just on the edge of that smoke at the moment. Could be the thorn in their side as they try and rotate back in. He's got to time it perfectly. However, it doesn't seem to matter as all of these remaining players go down. Now he pounces, finishes off the round, and finally they're on the board.
Yeah, that's some of all that money that's been built up. CLG happily switching into a double op setup right off the bat. Ricky with an AWP, Kusta with one of his own as well. Fast play towards the B-bomb site.
Yeah, these are the sort of things that can catch these buys off guard. However, it will be Ricky with 1, but that's all. Finesse trades things back to a 3 versus 3 and actually doing the work himself. Gets 2 kills. It's still going to be Kusta trying to retake with the AWP, and the bomb will at least be going down. Now, we know there's economic trouble for 5power. They've only won 1 round, and with only 2 players left already, they've got to try and at least convert this one. Otherwise, they're going to be in big, big trouble. Shooterpai, aggressive, pushes out, but only gets 1. It's Finesse yet again. 3rd kill for himself this round, and not 7. He's now versus 2 already. The flank has come in. Cutler pushing from behind, but not 7 wins another duel, looking for this final player of Cutler, who just gives away his position. In fact, both players do. The Molotov's doing the work, and Cutler will finish just about winning that duel. And well, now we have to look towards that economy up close. He's just going to be waiting for them to push back in. Wins the first duel, traded out, but that's absolutely fine. And now he leaves it on to Kusta. They're going to come pushing out. He's left blinded and has to fall away. Actually going to go with the pistol and still wins the duel, taking off that no-head armor player. A little bit of luck going his way, but still loses his life eventually. Not 7. The only player left, and he has a flank coming in. That should be it done. And Finesse will finish the round. Another on the board. 8-1 up.
Leading the way out of drop, and now actually Cutler is here. Kusta is still sticking around at that A-bomb site, but the hit's coming in.
Ethan going to be the first man of contact, just waiting the edge of the smoke. There's so many players there, but he actually loses his life to drop. Now Finesse is just completely isolated, and Forget has done the work.
Coming in. Utility is used, and Ricky's going to be the point of contact. They clear it, but it's a half-assed clear, and Ricky gets a double kill. That's big, and it's just down to Stevie, and I mean, there's no chance here. 5power, you wanted to see him string it together, but it's not going to happen, and I think they're just going to have to buy from here on out.
Yeah, but they're being absolutely dominated at this point, and well, what would you even say is the minimum amount of rounds that you can get away with on that
saw.
teaser?
Yeah,
But
I mean,
the problem is, I think CLG was so confident they just ran straight through it, which is not something you would normally see. A lot of teams in that scenario may go for more of a retake, but we are going to see back towards B once again. Now, they've already lost the player over towards drop, isolated by a Molotov, but it doesn't matter. Not 7, just stepping up, gets himself 2. A little bit of help from Kuka to get him another, but Ricky spraying away, brings back a couple. It's all on Kusta. He's going to go running through the smoke, and it's not happening this time. Third round for 5power.
A lot of time clearing, to be very cautious about anyone being pushed up. You've already used some utility, and yeah, they're just going to re-execute on the B bomb site.
Yeah, they've thrown absolutely everything in towards this B site, so now they're just going to push out, and it seems like the CLG side are ready for this. Ethan just holding in the cubby, waiting for further pushes. The drop-down player is gone once again, and they all line up for Ethan. Absolute destruction. 3 kills done and dusted. Last man down, and an easy round from the cubby.
Yeah,
I mean, just looking to clear these angles. Now, everything else has been cleared. They have not checked Chicken Coop whatsoever, and eventually he will be spotted out. Ricky already back into the site, though, picks up a double for himself, and, well, not quite there for Ethan this time, but it's still back into this 3 versus 3. Forget, looking for more with the Deagle, spamming away, can't quite connect onto anything, but Schwaderpai is able to do more. Back to 2 versus 2, and, well, spamming away with his D. Can he finally finish it? No, he can't. Finesse gets it to the 12-3 marker. A dominating half for CLG.
From the Chinese if they want any chance to come back.
Straight in with the pistol, and already, well, it's not looking good. Kuka is down in mid. Only 1 man to try and stop them, not 7, and they're not even throwing any rotations. It's the straight push in from CLG. Smoke already going to go down. He's left isolated out of the site, and that's the site down already. There's nobody else. They have to try and retake this as a team. They don't have a kit to play with either, so the bomb will be comfortably going down. Luckily, they'll be able to trade 1 back, but Cutler's still here, trying to deny any further pushes, but the CZ does its work, gets it back a little bit further, but will eventually clean up from Finesse, and that will be the round finished.
Yeah, so really the only round we see that op in his hands was just now. And in jumping onto a box, not a whole lot of utility, no protection either, and Ethan takes advantage of it. Now here goes the A bomb site. It's getting cracked open with ease. Ricky with a headshot. Down to 14 HP, but I think this is all she wrote unless Schwaderpai can do something incredible.
His teammates are falling left, right, and center. It's onto 1, at least dropping the bomb, but he has to challenge versus everybody, and this will be an absolute whitewash. 16-3, dominating from CLG. Moses is a happy man.
Very happy. I'm going to...